Hello everyone, it's Fred again from Notes of a Nomad, video number 184. Today I want to talk about climate change because it seems to be impacting the world faster than predicted. You just look at the news lately and it's happening everywhere, fires and floods and hurricanes. And just for example, what happened recently in Hawaii, um, that was horrendous, what happened in Lahaina. Terrible, terrible incident. And here in Canada, we're having the worst wildfire season, and British Columbia is being impacted. So I will share my screen a little bit and talk about what is happening here. For example, it's telling us that, the properties, we've had a lot of wildfires with thousands of people living their home and buildings burned to the ground. 30,000 people have been evacuated so far, with another 36,000 have been told to get ready to leave. That reminds me of what happened in 2017, which was the year I went up to 100 Mile House to help some of the 65,000 people who could not get into their homes. And I remember them saying, "Oh, no, we just want to go home." It's very, very stressful. Some of them were out for months. So it's not good times. And it seems to be getting worse and worse. So what I wanted to indicate to you is this is, what the reason I do these Notes of a Nomad is for my future descendants to say, what was life like when my great grandfather was alive? So that's one of the reasons I do it. And others to say, hey, what are you doing? Are you still alive? And how are you doing? So this is one of the reasons I'm creating this particular video, because I recall hearing a climatologist who was located in California a few years ago saying, as things are progressing and what he sees, that it's not going to be good to be living where he's living currently in California in the future, in the few years in the future. And it looks like this is going to be happening from some of the things, how hot it is getting in the southern states. People are going to want to migrate further north where it's, acceptable and the weather you can survive. Now, there was a recent comment I heard about the United Nations statement that climate change is going to cause a migration crisis. Now, we already have lots of people in the world wanting to further come to like North America and also into Europe, and people are trying to get into these countries. They're coming from the southern parts, from Africa or Southern America, and trying to get in. Mainly currently, what's been political reasons or health reasons to a certain extent, but they're the wrong religion or the wrong culture, or there's war going on, or it's economic. It's just there's no work and they want to have a better life for their family. But what the United Nations is predicting, that there's going to be a migration crisis because of the climate change. People are not being able to live where they're currently living because of the changing climate, and they want to have to move. And they estimated it's going to be about 200 million to 1 billion people. And the crisis is also the people currently living in the places they want to move to are not happy. So they're going to be battle against each other. No, we don't want all these people coming to our place. It's already happening. And that's not due to this additional 200 to 1 billion people wanting to move from where they're currently living because of climate change. So this makes me think the world is changing rapidly. And one of the reasons why I try and assist the younger generation, because there's more and more changes happening, more and more problems to be sorted out, not only with technology and artificial intelligence, but climate change as well. So that is why I believe the communication and learning the skills from agri-speakers is very, very important for the younger generation to help solve the problems in the world that they are facing in the next few decades. So it's a very scary time when you look at that. I'm not going to be around that much longer. I don't know how much longer, but it's not going to affect me as much as it's going to impact the younger generation. So with that happy message, What I'm trying to do is help the younger generation work together, collaborate, and help solve the problems of the world together. That, I think, is going to be critical in the next few decades. So with that, I'll say adios, au revoir, wishing you, your family and friends, lots of love and laughter. Bye for now from Fred and Notes of a Nomad.